Today we're going to take you through 10 signs that you may have Morton's Neuroma. So the first one is pins and needles and numbness in the foot. So we know that in neuroma it sits in between the web spaces of your toes. If that neuroma gets compressed, it can irritate the nerve and give you pins and needles and tingling in your foot. Second sign, if you're getting localized pain to the ball of the foot, and you can test this yourself, if you look at the image you'll see that the nerve sits in between the web spaces of your toes. If you pinch them between your finger and your thumb, it's a high likelihood that you have a Morton's Neuroma. Number 3, radiating pain. So it's common that as we compress the neuroma, it gets irritated and it causes shooting pain that goes down into your second and third toes or into your third and fourth toes. This is mainly when you do a heel raise, when you're standing or when you're walking. Sign number 4 is that if you wear narrow fitting shoes, that it makes your symptoms worse. So when we're thinking about this, we're looking at high heels, we're looking at shoes like Converse where it's got a rounded top. The reason for this is that if you think the nerve sits between the web space, if you close down that space, it pinches the nerve and irritates your symptoms further, increasing your pain. Symptom number 5 is that the more activity that we do, the worse that your symptoms get, especially if we do impact activity. So the more standing, walking, hopping, jumping and running that we do, it places further irritation and compression on the nerve and typically heightens our symptoms. This should improve with rest, so it's a very mechanical pattern. The next symptom is that patients often describe that it feels like they've got a pebble or a stone in their shoe. The reason for this is that the nerve becomes slightly inflamed. The tissue around it becomes a bit more fibrotic, and when we scan this nerve, it looks like a slight bubble shape as you see in the image, and that's the reason that you feel that sensation of a pebble or a shoe. It's purely got to do with the nerve becoming inflamed. The next sign that you've got Morton's Neuroma is that your symptoms are progressively worsening over time. So if you've got localized pain, pins and needles, numbness, don't like wearing narrow shoes, and your pain gets worse with its impact activity, and it's progressively worsening over time, you have a heightened risk that you might have a Morton's Neuroma. As a result of all of these, what can happen is you alter your gait pattern, you start to place extra stress on different muscles, and as a result, it's not uncommon to get cramps in the under arch of your foot or in your calf muscles. The next sign that you might have a Morton's Neuroma is that you might find where walking barefoot on soft surfaces eases your symptoms. The reason for this is that it allows your foot to spread, gaps the spaces between your toes, and gives you symptom relief. The final sign that you might have a Morton's Neuroma is that you have a positive index finger squeeze test. So between the web spaces of the affected toes, you pinch between your finger and your thumb. If you have pain in that area, there's an extremely high chance that you may have a Morton's Neuroma. So there's your 10 signs that you may have Morton's Neuroma. If you got any questions about it, please leave them in the comment section below. And if you found the video helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel.